Globally celebrated singer-songwriter whose music has racked up millions of streams and connects with audiences in a deeply personal way. Now he's back in South Africa with new music and a few powerful collaborations. Joining us in the studio as part of his Homebody tour, please welcome Billy Raffoul!
Hello Billy, you like it?
Hello Billy!
How are you guys? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's such an honor to have you here. As a personal fan, can I just quickly say that you never DM like an idol of yours and think they're going to reply. And I went on this random quest one day where I was like, I'm just going to send Britney Spears a DM because she might like say hi back. And then I sent like 15 DMs to all these like huge people, and I sent a DM to Billy, and I was like, listen Billy, I know you're coming to South Africa. If you ever see this message, please reply because I would love to have you in studio.
Stalk any man.
The next day he's like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm like, what just happened? Send a screenshot to my entire family.
What a guy. Thank you Billy
It makes
for
you
that.
feel better. Britney Spears hasn't answered my DM either.
Oh, donkey toch.
She's busy dancing, that's why. With
So,
knives.
Billy, to get to know you a bit better and to also kind of introduce you to the listeners and to people in Pretoria who don't know you yet, when everything is stripped away, no stage, no studio, who is Billy in his everyday life?
I'm an introvert who stays inside and plays guitar all day.
Okay.
No,
Grootgogga. You call that a grootgogga in Afrikaans.
Oh, geez.
So that basically means a cave bug.
Okay. A grot
Yeah.
bug who plays guitar and writes
Yes,
songs.
so
yeah.
you're basically a cave bug.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
In the good sense of the word.
Yeah.
But you grew up around music and also creativity. So do you feel like becoming an artist was inevitable, or did you ever think of going in another direction maybe?
Like most Canadian kids growing up, I thought I was going to play hockey, but I wasn't. There wasn't much of a future there. Instead, I like to joke that I got into the family business with music, with my father being a musician, since he was in high school. So, there wasn't somebody pushing me to do it, but I always kind of knew it was there. And maybe 13, 14 years old, I pretty much made up my mind. Yeah.
What was the first moment? Were you just like singing in the shower and your mom was like, that was insane? Or did you just start doing it as a side thing?
I mean, I'm not even saying it's better now, but I'm saying it was definitely not good when it started. I had played in a talent show in my high school, talent show, then grade 9. I played Blackbird by the Beatles. That was one of my first times performing in front of people and really enjoying it. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay.
And you've spent time in South Africa, both on and also off stage. So what drew you to South Africa specifically, and what is it about being here that inspires you also creatively?
First I had to get over here, and I didn't even, if it weren't for a select few people who told me South Africans were listening to my music in the first place during COVID, and then once I was able to look at Spotify and Apple Music and see that I actually had listeners here, I was able to jump on a tour with Neon Dreams, their Dreaming Out Loud festival, and Adrian and Frank were kind enough to let me come and crash that for 3 shows, and just being on stage in front of a South African audience, it was exhilarating, and it kind of blew my mind, like how many songs everyone knew all the words to. And I had
the same happened with Rodriguez back in the day, eh?
Yeah.
You know
At
that.
least you know.
I'm
you know about us.
Man. Yeah, I'm a huge Rodriguez fan, and I was born in Windsor, Ontario, not far from where he lived.
Wow.
Most of his life. So I knew that story, and
we actually spoke to one of his musicians the other day.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Graham Gillow.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's doing he's doing a huge tribute show for
Rodriguez, and a whole album actually that they released
awesome.
now.
And he played with Rodriguez.
Yes,
when he came over
he
here.
was his friend actually.
How cool is that?
That's
to know him
incredible.
personally.
Yeah.
But now I can tell people I know you personally. Listen, thank you so much for bringing your guitar. Can we please listen to you sing live?
Absolutely, yes.
So I just want to give context. It's going to happen in Afrikaans, so brace yourself. As jou radio nou aan is, stel ek voor jy sit die volume letterlik op sy heel hardste. Al blaas die speaker, ek beloof jou it's going to be worth it. Billy Raffoul is in die studio saam my en Francois Route 326 en nou gaan hy bietjie live sing. Yay!
Gooi hom, Billy.
All right.
it's open late, we'll get a table for sure. Go there straight from your work day, they got your name at the door. Sometimes it's like I got friends and you got friends, they got plans and the plans got plans. And that's just fine most of the time, but for tonight I want you in my hands. So why don't we stay put? I'll make one of your favorites, half as good as you make it, but you'll be off your feet. And we can just lie down, music on in the background, as I make my way around my favorite place to be, your homebody. May I suggest you try the red? Well, it's the only thing we have. And even when you're underdressed, you make this place look awfully bad. So why don't we stay put? I'll make one of your favorites, half as good as you'd make it, but you'll be off your feet. And we can just lie down, music on in the background, as I make my way around my favorite place to be, your homebody. Your homebody. Your homebody.
Goosebumps! Wow, dis Billy Raffoul saam met ons in die ateljee vanmiddag hier op Root 326. As jy nou gedink het iets is eksklusief, hierdie was nou die pinnacle daarvan, né?
Thank you so much for that. That was amazing.
Thanks a mil, Billy. That was amazing.
So,
om die minste te sê.
Billy, I'm actually happy that you sang Homebody now, because I actually wanted to ask you something about that, because I know that you also call the South African and the European tour the Homebody tour, and it's actually such an intimate kind of word. It suggests an intimate experience. Why did you decide to call the tour Homebody Tour?
I don't know. It was a last minute decision. It was the lead single from the last record, second last record last summer. And I wanted, just like you said, I wanted people to show up knowing it was going to be kind of like an intimate show. And with peaks and valleys and small songs and big songs. And it just seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
Where would you say is home to you?
Definitely Toronto, Ontario, right now. Yeah.
Toronto.
Yes.
Like way to say.
Toronto.
You got it. You dropped the second T.
Toronto, Ontario.
Toronto. Listen, your latest release, Honey, alongside Bushle G and also Tatum Tides, came together in East London.
Yes.
So what was different about that writing session compared to others you've had around the world?
It just happened effortlessly. We were on tour. We had, like, I think 1 day off. We had 1 day.
Those are the best songs, eh?
Yeah, and I think we all went into it not expecting to get or putting any pressure on, getting something done. And it just, in a few hours, it came together, those are the best kinds of writing.
It happens authentically.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've also spoken on social media about, the audiences in South Africa really showing up for you, really connecting. Yep. What stands out to you about the South African crowd specifically?
I feel like, and I've been fortunate to tour all over the world, and I just feel like they don't hold anything back when you're, when you're singing, when you're on stage. If you give a South African audience, your energy, they're going to kind of match it and take it maybe further. And I think that this time around, having my bandmate Derek with me, who's going to be playing the drums, I'm hoping we can bring some more energy and excitement to the set.
And they also slide into your DMs.
Yeah, we do that. We don't just match energy, we slide into DMs. So welcome to Africa, brother. But anyway, what did I just want to say? Oh, so actually, when I sent him the Instagram message, to kind of get this going, I was like, okay, cool, but I need to get tickets for the show. Sold out.
Rarig, maar dit verbaas my glad.
No, but I'm still going. I got myself in there, so I'm still going.
Natuurlijk.
Obviously, I'm not missing that. And also, we just spoke now about Honey, the latest release, alongside Bushlet G and Tatum Tide. So speaking of collaborating with local artists, there's something very exciting ahead, and that's also a collaboration with Janie Bay, wat last week by ons was. And the song's called Hold It Against Me. So wanneer ons terug is, gaan ons bietjie hoor van Janie, wat ook hierso is, oor hoe haar en Billy se paai gekruis het.
So nou soos daai liedjie wat sê, if I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Of is dit daai een van Britney? Nee, hierdie is original.
Ja,
wow,
OG.
ek kan nie wag om daarvan te hoor nie. Musiek van John Parr nou, hier is hy met St. Elmo's Fire, is ingeskakel by Root 326. Wat gebeur nou in die ateljee?
Hoorie, crazy stuff. So ons het vir Billy Raffoul hier op sy Homebody tour in Suid-Afrika, and he's not just performing in South Africa, he's also creating here too, teaming up with local talent like Janie Bay on brand new music. So Billy's in studio with us, and during his Homebody tour, ek gaan môre aan die show kyk, Francois.
Lucky you.
Ja, anyway. So Janie het ons nou hier so, hallo Janie.
Hallo julle, gaan dit?
Janie Bay!
Hallo Janie, ek het nie gedink ek gaan jou so gou weer sien, hoor.
Ek weet, 1 week.
You're crazy, nee?
Dis crazy.
Okay, so Janie, because we have this Canadian from Toronto with us, we'll stick to English. So we simply had to have you join today. Thank you so much for coming in, seeing as you guys are collaborating on this upcoming song, Hold It Against Me. So Janie, please tell us the story behind this collab and also how your paths crossed.
Yeah, it's a special story. Like it's pretty cool to finally be able to tell the story, right? So I've been a fan of Billy's, I think, since about 2017. If I think back, your 1975 album, that just dropped, and they did some good PR for his album locally because we know now, like, he's got a lot of fans. Yeah, I think I heard a song in the garage. That's like the petrol station shop.
Wow.
I don't know how you would say.
A gas station.
A gas station. Yeah. Okay, and so I heard one of your songs there, and I Googled it or Shazammed or something, and I was like, I think I've heard this, like one of your songs, but I was reminded of it, and then I became a big fan, and I would always post like stories with his songs, you know, but not thinking like I'd tag him, but not thinking like, obviously not thinking that he would respond or anything. And but then also what happened is in lockdown, when lockdown started in COVID, then I was lying on the couch, and obviously, what are we going to do? And Dee's gaming there, you know, he's gaming, and in the other room, and I see there's a message popping up from Billy, and I'm like, Billy just messaged me.
So he slided into your DM.
Well, I mean, it was
crazy.
It was kind of me first, but it was more like,
you tagged him.
I don't know if I ever messaged you. I know that I tagged you in like stories.
And he followed that up.
And
here we are.
And yeah, and then then he messaged me saying, "Oh, thanks for your like tags." And your boyfriend messaged me for a couple of years to send you a birthday message, and but then he's like, sorry, I didn't get your messages. I didn't read my message request or something like that.
What?
And then he's like, I see you guys also do music, and I'm going to follow you guys, and that's how it started. Yeah.
And Anelma, you thought that you were his biggest fan.
Ja, well, okay, I mean, ek moet hom
Not anymore.
I need to go tag him in a couple of stories.
I'm sure he's got a few.
So that was a couple of years ago, and when did you guys meet for the first time? Because I remember my brother was at your show last year, Billy, and he said there was this like exclusive like moment where Janie was on stage with you and you sang a song, and it was all over social media. So when did you guys actually meet?
So we met at that same venue, but it was even a year prior to that, so 2 years ago.
2024, right? The first year.
With Neon Dreams at the Dreamin' Out Loud Festival, at Sonage as well. And then, we didn't play at that time though, did we?
No, I don't think so. We played it in Durban.
Yeah.
But that was the first time that we met. But there was obviously a build up towards that because we at some point we exchanged messages. I think you said you listened to my album and you were saying something about doing a duet. I was like, why don't we just maybe try and write something ourselves? And he had a song that he wrote with another very well-known songwriter now, right, in the States, Natalie Embley.
Hemby, Natalie Hemby, yeah.
Hemby, sorry, Natalie.
You're good.
And so he brought it, or he sent it to me, and we changed it a little bit, and we rewrote a little bit, and then Ruan Graaf and Dion D actually produced it on this side of the world, and then we obviously had to try and get him here.
This is going back like 5-6 years ago.
And so I connected him with Neon Dreams and their management, and that's kind of how.
But Billy, I'm sure you know, Janie is such an awesome talent in South Africa. And
we love
her music and also her personality. Are we getting an acoustic exclusive of this song?
I guess so. First time on radio for sure.
Please.
Ever.
And we played it last year in May, I think the last time. So have grace. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't been in the same room for a year, so this is the first time.
this is the improv.
Well, we're very happy that we could bring you back together.
Here we go.
I'm addicted, can't get enough. It's like a privilege to be in love. No hurt, no shame. Pick me up, put me down again, and pin me to your walls and hold it against me. Make me your enemy. I can be what you want. I am all that you need. Hold it against me.
I'm addicted, so can't get enough. Feels like I can't breathe, but I can give you up. Don't wanna let you go, don't wanna think about it or let it show. I just want it all. Hold it against me. Make me your enemy.
I can be what you want. I am all that you need. Hold it against me. I miss you at the break of dawn, more than a body to keep me warm. Hold it against me. I miss you when the evening comes. Still want you, you're the only one. Hold it against me. Hold it against me. Make me your enemy. 'Cause I can be what you want. I am all that you need. Hold it against me.
Hold it against me.
And hold it against me.
How can we ever hold that against you guys? I'm just asking. Janie Bay en Billy Raffoul saam met ons hier op Route 326.
Canada in Africa making magic.
You sang this, well, I think last year May you said.
Yeah, and I just found out now while you were playing it was also in a lower key.
Yeah.
So
Enough time to
Awesome.
it doesn't matter.
It sounded like honey on our ears. Luister ons en dit is nou 4:15. So ons kry boodskappe hierso in van mense wat sê wanneer is Billy se show en is daar nog kaartjies? I'm sure the tickets are out already, né?
There's tickets for the Joburg show still, right?
There are tickets for Sonage Saturday night and Bloemfontein.
Yeah,
Yes.
it might not be too far. Some people might drive there.
Yeah.
But the Pretoria show is sold out.
It's sold out, mense. Ons het goeie smaakie in Pretoria as dit kom by musiek. Iemand sê, "Oh my shattered nerves." Hierdie sing mooi.
Amen.
En oh my goodness, amazing, 'n boodskap van Sonja. So listen now, Billy Raffoul, as jy nou net by ons ingeskakel het, is actually you say it Billy
Raffoul.
Raffoul.
Raffoul, yeah.
Thank you so much. So
You got it.
Welcome at Route 326.
Nice.
Ons gaan nou
Goed
'n
doen,
liner hierso van jou kry. Wag gee tyd. Let's talk about the live experience because the Homebody tour is hitting South Africa, as Anelma mentioned now, and it sounds like you are bringing something bigger this time. So tomorrow night you are hitting the Barnyard Theatre right here in Pretoria, already sold out. What can fans expect from this tour that might surprise them in comparison with your previous shows?
It's definitely going to be more of a rock show. We're going to have more energy on stage.
Yeah, rock.
There'll be an electric guitar and a drum set, but still all of the intimate acoustic moments that I feel like the majority of people are listening to.
That you are well known for well.
Yeah, I mean, like it's going to be hopefully a dynamic set. So there'll be times to shout and dance, and then other.
You know what's nice about your music? There's a lot of noise in the world currently. Just look at social media, etc., the news,
The war.
die politiek, né? And this intimate song, you can really hear that like you mean every word you sing.
Yeah.
And it's so soulful, man. So that's amazing. It's
Thank you.
refreshing, actually.
Thank you.
You've obviously played from from small rooms to big stages. Where do you feel most at home performing? In what kind of setup?
At GROOTfm.
Yeah.
Yes, right here. Yes. I've been. Anytime I can go to a different place and step out of my comfort zone or go somewhere I've never been before, I just feel lucky and try and make the most out of those stages. It doesn't need to be a big room. Sometimes it could be literally just the six of us, and as long as people are listening. Yeah.
Janie, you mentioned earlier that you are a very big fan of Billy. What is that one thing that attracts you to his music?
I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that he's really he's really showing it, like the emotional side of what the song means. I think that's a golden thread for me in music, what I enjoy. And obviously he's got a great voice, and I love singer-songwriters like like James Bay, and I mean John Mayer's obviously he's got like also quite a dynamic repertoire. But yeah, I think that's definitely
And
one
obviously
of the, big reasons.
beautiful hair helps
No.
a lot.
Hair helps a lot.
I do like it when guys have long hair.
same.
Like Dee also had long hair.
Dee
for a
had
long
long hair, I
time,
remember, yes.
And beards and stuff like
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm with you,
Nou, weet
Janie.
ons.
So, taking you back to the repertoire of yours, Billy, is there a song of yours that you would say hits differently every time you perform it? And also, I need to know, what is your favorite song of you?
Okay. One, I have a song called "Difficult" that I'll be performing this tour that I don't play often. That definitely hits different with the band. It's kind of
A different energy.
yeah. It's kind of rambunctious. And then my favorite song, I can't have a favorite song on my own, but I can definitely have a favorite song to play live, and that I think is ever changing. Derek and I have worked out a really. I don't want to ruin it since you're going to be at the show, but we've worked out a very different arrangement for You Be Love, which I did with Avicii. And,
wow, okay.
We're going to be doing a really unique thing with that tomorrow. So I
Yo,
Yeah.
party
Wie het hierdie
talk.
man al geopen? Som wie was hy op die verhoog?
I saw like you open for Bon Jovi, I think.
no, so that's great. And
Because I read so much stuff, I was like, okay.
I hope he can hear this eventually. But my father opened for Bon Jovi.
Oh,
Okay.
Not me.
okay.
Can
But
I-
you've been on stage with many artists,
Yeah.
opening acts. and
Can
stuff.
I mention that I don't know, like I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he toured with Billie Eilish, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Anelma wil al letterlik lek. So ek
She
sê
wants
maar
to
net.
lick her.
Sy het gesê, hoorie, ek sou nie into girls nie, maar ek sal vir Billie Eilish lek.
Oh my God, sure.
So, okay, jy's nog 'n stapie nader aan jou volgende crush, hoor. Ek sê maar net vir jou.
But he
moes
just
net,
tell
sorry.
her like, I love her.
I mean,
Just tell her like, I see you and you a vibe.
Do you guys know who Julia Michaels is?
Yeah.
He also
Yeah.
wrote with her quite a bit
Sure.
for the 1975.
Ja, maar name drop maar nog, ons is hier vir nog
I'm
lank
sure there's
hoor.
lots more. That's
Yeah.
what I know of.
I've been very fortunate last 12 years to get into some pretty crazy situations, studios and tours. Yeah,
Avicii Cargo, right?
I'm gonna bring Janie with me everywhere because she's
Yeah.
gonna pump my tires.
Doing the PR, yeah.
Hey, like a PR manager.
They're also very lucky to be performing with you. So just a last question from my side. If someone walks away from your show and remembers just one moment, what do you want that moment to be?
Jeez. Towards the end of the night, we do a couple of big sing-alongs, and one of my favorite things is trying to get the crowd to kind of sing. And you can kind of tell when some people are uncomfortable. Maybe they don't.
Yeah.
They're there just to listen, and they're not part of the band. I get it. And I'm like that at shows. I do
They're
not
paying
sing
your
along.
ticket. They
Yeah.
Billy, jy moet sing.
Yeah.
You're doing the singing work.
I hope that if you're coming to it kind of maybe shy in that regard, that by the end you feel comfortable to kind of sing along and join in with like a community of people. That's
special,
what I hope
man.
they're leaving with. Yeah.
Billy, thank you so much for being here today. It's been such an honor having you here. Janie, dankie dat jy gejoin het.
Thank you.
Jy's altyd game. And Billy, this is definitely going to be a bucket list item that I've ticked off. So,
Likewise.
inevitably, when you win your Grammy, I'm going to
Yes.
be able to tell people, I just want to tell you that I interviewed this man and we have a picture
Ek gaan vir jou sê
together.
dis AI Anelma.
Yeah, listen, if
Yo,
I-
everyone's going to tell me it's AI, man.
Yeah,
We need to take an impossible picture right now that I
Yes.
can't AI.
if I win a Grammy, I will physically bring the Grammy back.
Yes!
Okay, we've got that
We
on
have
record.
that. Okay, so can we please just get a liner from you? So
Yeah,
when
are
we
you ready?
miss you,
Yeah,
when we
okay.
miss you, we can play it.
Here we are. Okay. Thank you both so much for having me. Brother.
Thanks, Billy.
Hey, I'm Billy Raffoul, and you're listening to Francois and Anelma on Route 326. Lekker at GROOTfm, lief vir you.
Oh,
Lief vir
cute.
jou ook, Billy. Hoor.
Lief vir jou,
Sy
Billy.
nou
Lief vir jou.
met Honey saam met Bush G en Tatum Tides.
GROOT FM 90.5